All right, first part of class. Luna. Show and tell. Andre, tell us what we have here.
Is everyone here?
Well, I'm rolling, so.
Oh, yeah.
You did it really fast.
Yeah. I only had like 10 days to get it done.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Andre, the floor is yours.
The floor?
Yeah.
I want the whole stage. What are you
Well, the
talking
stage
about?
is
The
yours.
floor. So I bought this car cheap, and it was not pretty. The paint was all gone. Some deferred maintenance. So I had Vic do a lot of the maintenance on it, Victor. And then I drove it to Georgia, and within a week, it got repainted. And then I trailered it back from Georgia to here. Everything, like the headlights and the lights and everything, are all original. I buffed all those out. The only thing I replaced body-wise was one of the taillights, because the old man who owned it backed into something and completely destroyed it. So I had to find a taillight, and those things are hard to find because they're not regular Taurus taillights. They're SHO only. They're triple bulb. But I still need to do a little bit of detail work for it, but I basically just cut and buffed it, sanded it, left some orange peel in it so it wouldn't look too smooth.
It looks really good.
I had the bolster. I had my guy filthy but I had him redo this bolster, and he did the top here because it was all just eaten away from the sun. And the door's locked.
Do people just freak out when they see it?
Most people don't know what it is.
Do they think it's new?
No, they're just.
Most people think it's just a four-door sedan.
Forgot this is one that doesn't work. So.
Oh, that door doesn't work.
Yeah, I have a new latch for it. I gotta put it in. But the seat material went all the way up, and it was just completely destroyed. So I had him just do a top piece, and it ended up, and it's vinyl. I said, don't do it in leather because it's just more I got to take care of. And it's soft. It's for $500 to do that, this, and this. Oh, and he also redid this.
It's spoiled here.
So.
What changed the...
Yeah, this was all kind of wore out, and these were completely destroyed from age, and the top of that was completely chipped.
It is... The rims are beautiful.
I did those in the garage. That's actually that two-part. Yeah, they were pretty. I mean, because the tires are pretty. There's a lot of meat on the tires. They didn't go low pro back then because these are only 16. Back in the day, 16s, those are huge. But these I sanded them down, I primed them, and I used that Eastwood two-part paint where you click the bottom and it mixes the two parts, shake it up. I did that before I drove it to Georgia. I contemplated painting them body color, but a lot of people in the Taurus group are like, no, don't do that.
Andre, they were right.
You were one of them, that's why I said it.
I'm not in the Taurus group, but I agree with them.
No, but you were one of those that's saying that, oh, you always change the color.
Remember this?
I do. I did say that.
And this is the original color, but
With some Andre magic.
the very first coat of clear, we put a tiny bit of russet pearl in it. Just a tiny, tiny bit, because I wanted it to pop a little extra. And as you see, it pops just a little extra, but it kind of turned the clear coat pinkish.
Well,
Kind of like when you pick your finger and you drip it a few times in the toilet. That's kind of what it looked like. And then it went 5 coats of clear. Because I wanted to make sure that it was shiny.
Tiny.
And stayed shiny.
Yay!
Good. So what's the motor in this thing?
Oh, girl!
You're going to cream your pants.
Mine's here.
This thing is...
Oh, my
rolling
husband.
set.
How are you?
He came dressed to do a little scraping.
Well, he brought me
He's on
gloves.
call.
Yeah, I got your clothes.
No.
So it started life as a Ford Vulcan V6, which is in everything from a regular Taurus to an Aerostar to a Ranger to a Ford Pro.
What do you think, Luna?
And they gave the block to Yamaha, and it was cheaper for Ford to have Yamaha build it So Yamaha just, I think they used the block,
This isn't laminate,
maybe
but
strengthened
still
it. They
has
did the
the
heads, they did the intake, they did the programming.
This was a door, or this was a
220 horsepower.
220 horsepower and 200 foot-pounds of torque. And this is a 5-speed manual car.
Is it still front wheel drive or do
Yeah,
they?
front wheel drive. Oh, I also had him redo my shift boot because it was leather. It was completely shot. So now he didn't do it. He didn't have any. He didn't have the right stuff. I was going to have him do it in red stitching, but
That's where they're
he didn't have it.
I got a guy for that if you need somebody.
Huh?
I got a guy for that if you need somebody.
right next to the airport. Sounds like
Cool. 'Cause-
they did a good job.
yeah, and this does work when it wants to. It's broken up
It's
here.
crappy ground.
So and the Mercury switch doesn't. It's fine. But I mean, I had Jim Brana put a new accumulator in it, which snakes all the way around here, and now
there's
it blows nice and cold. It's
That's a
weird.
royal pain in the ass.
Yeah, because I was like,
So it's a timing belt.
Yes, it is a timing belt.
Is
Yeah.
it
Oh, I had
unbelievable
the
pain in
timing
the
belt
ass to
done.
get to the timing belt?
Probably so.
I'm wondering where it is, and I'm thinking it's
it's
here.
buried.
And
I had him do the timing belt. I had him do basically.
The thing's jammed in there.
Yeah, I mean, the old guy who had it hasn't driven it in a long time, and the city was yelling at him because he had too many unregistered non-op cars. So I picked it up literally cheap, and it still ran. It's got 135,000 miles on it, but he didn't do like the 60 or the 30,000 miles. And so I did the timing chain. I had him clean the injectors. I had him do valve cover gaskets. I had him do a tune-up. I had him throw a water pump on it. Clean this, clean that. I still got to do brakes, brake fluid. I have new front brakes on it. I got to do new rears. All new suspension was put on it.
yes,
New.
Is the suspension weird or
No.
expensive or just?
No, I had new springs put on the back because they sag. The front ones were okay, but I have new struts, new bushings, new just about everything. The ball joints were still really stiff, which is surprising, so I didn't change those. But they are slightly different from this car to a different Taurus, to a regular run-of-the-mill Taurus. They look the same, but the ball joints are a little bit different. The lower control arms are a little bit different. The stabilizer bars are way bigger.
It's so cool.
It is cool.
I'm sorry. it was
Most people, when I roll up next to them, they don't even look at it until I take off, and then they're like, "Did you just shift?" And I take off. So yeah, and I wanted something with a manual. Look at it.
And that was yours.
That was mine.
Ooh, backstory. Hold on.
Whoa, what's he?
Hot laps!
Get those things in the back.
No. That looks like Richard Petty on the NASCAR track.
Portion air suspension is working hard over there.
He's got bias plate tires.
He's done.
Yeah. So, shall we move on to Fiat Fun Time?
Oh, those two Fiat.
And you can see here's the original color. Ooh, compare and contrast.
And you might explain the
I did.
fun
did.
you had in Texas.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, the dumbest.
I got the phone call text conversation on
I was
that.
like, I broke down on my drive through Texas, right past Midland, in the middle of friggin' nowhere.
Midland is the middle of
Yeah, and the car, like I asked him, I said, I had to stop for gas at half a tank because when I went to undo the cap, it was like, I'm like, it's not venting. Then I asked you, and you said it's not venting. Well, it stopped me, dead. So I limped it. Took 4 hours to limp it 30 miles into, where was I?
Odessa.
Odessa. So we're trying to find, this is a Saturday. Of course, there's no even mobile mechanics around. So I jump on the Taurus forum, and they're like, oh yeah, if you look straight down here, underneath here, there's a vacuum line with 3 T's on it, and it's clogged. And I went, an evap line clogged stopped my car.
Yep.
And they're like, yeah. So one side goes up to the evap purge valve, which goes to the canister, one goes to the tank, and one goes to something else, I forgot. But two of them are like 1/4 inch, and one of them is a 1/4 inch, but has a pinhole in it, and that's the one that was gobbed up with something that looked like earwax and spit. So I had to clean that out, then go around to different stores to find the right tubing to try to get that all fixed. And of course, one side is this side, one side on the same tube is this side, so I had to make some. And I'm like, this isn't going to fix the car, and the damn thing fired right up, and then I continued my way home the next day. So it took me 4 days instead of 3 to get from here to Georgia.
Nice.
All right.
Hopefully now she won't be too much of a. And these new hood struts are really good.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
A couple
girl.
of times a day with that, you'll get your muscles back.